Hi, my name is Lage and I'm developing a puzzle video game called Stig together with my partner Miriam. In this video I want to do something a little bit different and show you some of the tools we've been using when making the game. We've been building a few internal tools like a level editor and some other things that I'm going to show you today, and they've really helped us making this game what it is today. And I want to show you, and maybe you can learn something from this. So let's jump in straight away. What we have right here is what we call our table view. It basically shows us all the levels in the game. Every row here is one level, and every column is a mechanic in the game. So if I sort the rows based on a mechanic, you can see now all the levels that have a lever in them are now at the top. And I can do this for any mechanic. And what I would do is I would look for combinations of mechanics that we don't have a level for. So the objective would be to have one level for every combination of mechanics in the game. Now for this example, let's say we don't have a level with a clear button and a paint rock in it. Obviously you can see that we do, we have multiple, but for this example, let's just say we don't. What I would do next is I would open our level editor. Now this, as you can tell, is made for us by us. It's not meant for public use, so the UX here is a little weird, but since we made it ourselves, we're pretty good at it at this point. So let me just show you what we would do. First step would be to give us a little playing area here. So let me add a few columns and some rows. And then I can start painting in here, painting some color. Let's make it red here at the top. And maybe green at the bottom, let's say. And then we can add the player character up here. It's called a clone rock, but it's the player. And let's make him not slide around. So now he moves one step at a time. If he's a circle, if I do this again, now he slides, okay, and we don't want that, we want him to. So we can undo. Okay, and now we said we wanted a clear button. So let's add that up here. And we also wanted a paint rock, so we can add that here. What these things do, hold on, let me add some code. Okay, so the objective of the game here is to fill in the code at the top with the correct colors. And as long as I move within a colored area, nothing happens. But when I switch which area I'm in, you can see it adds a color. And the same when I go back. So in this case, I would have to move red, 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 which it's not possible, okay. So now that we have these mechanics in here, the clear button, it clears the code. That's what the clear button does. And this paint rock, it paints areas. So I have a little level. I can move around here in the editor and I have the mechanics that I want in the level. Now I try to fiddle around, add stuff, remove stuff, move things until I find something that clicks where like, okay, this is some sort of a little trick that the player has to figure out in order to progress. And at that point you can refine the level. So obviously I thought ahead here. Let's add a yellow square over here and reduce the code to a single yellow tile. Okay. Now what happens? Oh, and let's make the clear button green as well. Yes. So what happens? Obviously when we start, we can move in the green area here and nothing will happen. But since we start in the green area, this is already filled in. So you can't really do anything. The only choice would be to clear. Move on the clear button to reset the code. But now, since I'm surrounded by red, the only thing I can do is add more red. And what would be the trick here? The trick would be, okay, I need to paint the clear button. Now I can step on the red, I can clear, and since I'm moving within the same colored area, now I can move on the yellow and complete the code, finish the level. Okay. The last thing you would need in our editor is to add a door. So need to click over here. Now we have the door too. We can paint it, fill in the code, and the door opens. And then you would finish the level by moving out to the door. So that's like the basic workflow of creating a level. The next step is to go down here and copy this. So every level in the game is a JSON object. So it prints it out down here, and I can copy it to the clipboard, and I can move into the code. Now that we're in the code, I would paste what I got from the clipboard. Let's save this so it formats. And then I will give the level a name. So let's name it tutorial level. Something like this, it doesn't matter. And I would also need to go into this rooms file here, which describes the whole level structure. So the levels.json here, just every level is in there. The order doesn't matter at all. Whereas here in the rooms file, we add the name of every level and we say which world is it in, does it have any children, so that we can create this level tree and the level structure, the order of them. So let me just copy a row here, put it at the start, and instead of the name, I would put the name of our newly created level, so the tutorial level. Okay, and then I would move into this solution finder.ts. Now this one is a little script that Miriam made, where I can paste the name of the level again. Also, obviously not made for anyone other than us. You need to kind of know the code to be able to do this stuff quickly, or at all, probably. But okay, so I would go in the solution finder and I would paste the name. Bear with me here. Now, if I run npm run solve, I would run the script. And what does it do? It tries to solve the level using a brute force method. And it spits out what it's come up with. So in here, you can see it's now pasted tutorial level up 4, right 3. Check that the door is open, go up 2 steps. This would correspond to push the paint rock up, move up on the clear, move 3 steps to the right onto the yellow square that we made. The door is open, and move 2 steps to get out the door. So obviously the script has found the correct solution in this case, but most of the times when I've made actual levels for the game, it would not come up with the right solution. It would create a shortcut or break the level or do something silly, and you would iterate until you get the desired solution. A better way to visualize this would be to take this whole solution thing that it came up with and move into this key instructions world1.brute.json. All right, and paste. This is all the brute force solution that the script has come up with. We have them saved. I would store that here, and I would go into, let's see, world1.cypress. We've made Cypress tests. Now these are made for web development. They're like front-end tests, visual tests of an application, usually like a web application, a web page or something. But here again, let's see, tutorial level. I would add the tutorial level to the whitelist of levels that we want to run these front-end tests on. And then I would run npm run cypress open to open these Cypress like front-end tests. And I would get up this whole new window here, which says E2E testing, end-to-end testing. Okay, sure, let's go. And I would start end-to-end testing in Chrome. Here I get the whole test suite. We've made this for all the worlds in the game, but now we put it in world 1, so I would open levels world 1. And since we only whitelisted the one level, that's the only test we're gonna run. This takes a little while, tests are loading. It's not super fast, but we only have to run it once per level, hopefully. And you can see the level tested by itself. And the test is green. I can even go back here and see step by step what it did. This has been super helpful. Also, once we have all of these solutions for the levels and we've stored them as test cases, we can make changes to like existing levels or refactor code or whatever, and we can know for certain that at least one solution still exists. If the desired solution for a level breaks, then these tests would fail. And we have this integrated in our like Git workflow. When we push new code, it makes sure that all levels are still completable. All right, those are basically the main steps that we do when coming up with new levels. I hope they were interesting and that you learned something or got some ideas for maybe some tools that you can implement in your own project. Stig is out on November 20th, which is really soon, and we're super excited and we hope that you are too. After the launch, we will focus on fixing bugs and addressing any immediate feedback that we get. And then when things settle down and like the whole stress of it all has gone down a bit, I will try and make another update and tell you how the launch went and what happened. Again, this has been Lage, showing you our internal tools. Looking forward to the launch. Have a good one. Peace.